So this is a video tutorial on homework from lesson 1.2.2 and lesson 1.2.3. So these first problems are from lesson 1.2.2. So I'll just write that down. So these are the three problems. So if the perimeter of the rectangle is 112 centimeters, which equation below represents that? So remember, we're talking about perimeter, very important. And so I like these ones with addition. These ones with multiplication seem a little wrong to me. So and then see which one makes the most sense. And then once you have figured it out, once you decide, then you're going to solve. Don't forget to solve the equation. This is not choose D, move on. This is solve for the answer. And D is the wrong answer, I think. So, because it's got multiplication and perimeter is not multiplication. And don't forget about the sides that are not marked in this picture and what they are, since this is a rectangle. Just kind of keep that in mind. Question 37 is write the expression for the area of the rectangle. I don't think you need any hints for that. Be aware that B will have a letter in it. Just figure out what the area is. Length times width. So this is the one I really wanted to talk about. So if you recall flow charts from Math 1 last year, you remember the arrow means this causes that. Okay? And so this causes that. So when it rains, so this is decide if it's correct. I'm going to start with this is not correct. When it rains, Andrea's flowers close up. So apparently this statement causes it to rain, which doesn't make any sense. It also says Andrea's flowers are closed up. And so that causes it to rain. Not backwards. So the idea here is these arrows are going the wrong way. We have this statement of fact. And we have this statement of fact, and we have this statement of effect. Where are the arrows? Which one's causing the other? So it's raining is causing Andrea's flowers to show. So this is the wrong arrow. It's raining is causing her flowers to close. Right? We would say that should be an arrow. What about, oh wait, is it raining causing this? No, it's raining is not causing that circumstance. The circumstance is something that's true about Andrea's flowers. And so, but the two of them together are the reason Andrea's flowers are closing. Her flowers are closed up because it's raining, and this is true about her flowers. So those two together are causing this. So the arrows are really important. All the statements are fine. It's just what's causing the other. Okay. And so here is lesson 1, 2, 3's homework. So this is very similar to what we were doing. So it wants to do the areas of each pieces. This is all numbers, and the area of each piece, this is all letters. So for example, this is 33x squared, because 11 times 3 is 33, and x times x is x squared. We'll leave the rest of those. I'll do this one. 7 times 8 is 56. And then you do, and so that's what you're doing. You're filling in the boxes and then adding them all up. Okay? Referring to your polygon graphic organizer, see if you can name these. How did you do? Check when you're done. So this is just, hey, do you know these names? So try to do it without looking. All right. Simplify the following expression by combining like terms. A term is a single number, variable, or product of numbers and variables. How many terms are in the original expression? How many terms are in the simplified expression? So that idea of how many terms are in the original, how many will be in the end. So like, for example, right now there are 6 terms. And after I've combined the ones that are alike, now let's talk about this. This is not the same as this. And this is where I like algebra tiles for this one. So I'm just going to quickly jump to my algebra tiles. If they're like these two, I can add together. There are 2 of them. They are exactly the same. These 2 I can add together. There are 2 of them. They are exactly the same. These 5 I can add together. There are 5 of them. They're exactly the same. So I can say I have 2 x's and 2 y's and 5 units or 5 ones. Okay. And I have 1x squared and 1xy. Can I add these together? No, because they're not the same. And I cannot add these, even though they're the same color. That's not, I mean, yes, there are 3. I don't want you to be confused, but they're not, I can't give them a name after that. There are 3 purple things, except for this purple thing is way bigger than those purple things. So I have 1y squared and 2 y's. So they cannot be added together. They are not like terms, even though they are similar terms. They're not alike. So keep that in mind as you're doing these problems, those are not like terms. So this 5x squared and that 6x cannot make 11. X cubed. No, they can't. They don't become a cube. That's ridiculous. So make sure you're being very careful. Second part. When variables are multiplied by a number, that's called the coefficient. What is the coefficient? So like right now, the coefficient of this term right here is -8. What is the coefficient when you've all simplified everything of the x term? So like the coefficient of this x term in my handwritten thing, which has nothing to do with the problem, is 1. And the coefficient of that is 1. Now I'm going to give it a different coefficient. The coefficient is 3. That's a terrible 3. Coefficient is 3. Coefficient is 2. That's all they're asking for. Okay? Good luck, and I will talk to you soon.